So one of the things I see most with people is, for example, if they're going to the gym, they think that they're going to be consistent throughout the day or throughout the week, throughout the months, years, and they're going to be just productive with things they do. I gave an example of gym, but it can be applied to any other things, maybe studies, maybe making videos. They think they're just going to be just doing this, and they're not going to miss a single day, but it usually does not really happen, because the thing that is keeping them going to that gym or making them do the productive thing, it is motivation, because you're starting something new, and you have this kind of idea that this is going to be that thing which I'm going to be really consistent with. And it's just motivation talking, and people have to realize that, because when they don't realize that, and when their mind starts making excuses after the phase when the motivation ends, you know your mind is just telling you to just stay home. We can miss a day, nothing happens. You can miss a week, nothing happens. All that sort of stuff that your mind makes for you to just stay at ease and just do nothing. It's just like people give in to those things, when the phase of motivation ends, and that's when they actually have to just force themselves to do those things, even if they don't want to do it. And I think one of the best things to do in those times is just do something in a very small amount. If you're giving like 90% on your productive thing you're doing, in days when you just don't feel like doing, instead of just not doing those things at all, I think people should just give like 50% of their energy to the thing they're doing. It's like, I don't want to make a video today, but it's like I force myself to make the video. you know and I think it applies with every single thing in your life, even with studies and stuff. Instead of just telling yourself that you're gonna do like 12 hours of work, you know I think the better thing you should do is just start small, and work your way up, because motivation wants you to just do everything, just put everything like 100% of your effort into that thing, and it just burns you out a lot. And for some people it might work, but for most people it just does not really work. you know it's not one of those things that is really helpful, and the pain of starting something over is much more hard. It's much more painful. There's a lot of heaviness, because when you start something fresh, like going to the gym for the first time, you know it's fun, it's so like it's great. You feel awesome, you're motivated, and like I said, it's fun, and you want to do all the sets. You want to stay in the gym for 2 hours and just push yourself. But over the time, when you quit going to the gym, for example, and there's a big heaviness you have inside to just start over after quitting the productive thing you're doing, right? So instead of that, try to just take small steps. And for example, with making videos, don't make a shitty video, but at least make something which is like low effort, for you to stay in a streak, for you to maintain consistency, for you to make consistency with the things you're doing. I don't know if this video makes any sense, but